Good morning, children. Saira, welcome to this session. Now we are going to start with the second part of the lesson number 8, cell biology and biotechnology. We already finished with the cell biology, that means we learned what is cytology, what are stem cells, all the details we have learned, organ transplant, okay, organ donation, all these we learned in the first part. Now we have come to the second part of the lesson, which is biotechnology. We have learned in standard 9 also about biotechnology, tissue culture we have learned. Now let us learn more in this lesson. Okay. Now what is meant by biotechnology? We have studied in the earlier class that biotechnology is bringing about artificial genetic changes and hybridization in organism for human welfare. We learned this in 9th standard. Various branches of science like cytology, biochemistry, molecular biology, genetic engineering are included in biotechnology. See, all these branches of science, which is not the normal stream like physics, chemistry, biology, botany, zoology. Other than that, there are new branches of science like cytology, biochemistry, molecular biology, genetic engineering, then microbiology, biotechnology. All these are new streams of science which is of very good scope. You can take this branches if you are interested in taking science. You can if you're learning, if you're interested, you can take this branch after your 12th standard, which has got a very good scope in here as well as in even in abroad also. Okay, so it has got a very good scope. You can see here these there is what is the use of this biotechnology. We'll see especially in agriculture and pharmacy. There is a lot of progress. Okay, then we'll see what are the new experiments are being performed for improving the agricultural yield. Okay, in pharmacy, experiments for production of antibiotics, vitamins and hormones like insulin have been successful. Then high class varieties of crops have been developed through the technique of tissue culture. We learned from tissue culture, from a small tissue or a cell, how we can grow new plants with the help of tissue culture. Okay, and even with the help of biotechnology, it is even medicine, that is for pharmacy, in production of antibiotics, vitamins, hormones like insulin are all made with the help of this biotechnology. Okay, now we'll see what does it include. Biotechnology, what all comes under biotechnology. Use of various abilities of microbes like yogurt production from milk and alcohol from molasses. We had this lesson, isn't it? So previous lesson, okay, related to microbiology. All these comes under even under this biotechnology. Okay, so uses of microbes for yogurt production, all these all comes under biotechnology. Then use of productivity of cells, that is example of production of antibiotics and vaccines, etc., which help with the help of specific cells. All these also production of antibiotics and production of vitamins, all this also comes under biotechnology. Then use of biomolecules like DNA and proteins in human welfare. This we learned in 9th standard also about DNA structure and how these biomolecules, all these for which is useful, and proteins which is useful for human welfare. Then we learn and is useful in development of plants, animals and products of desired quality of gene manipulation, production of human growth hormone with the help of genetically modified bacteria. Okay, then fifth one is use of genetic and non-genetic technique. Non-genetic biotechnology involves use of either cell or tissue. That is non-genetic means that is for tissue culture, production of hybrid seeds also comes under non-genetic biotechnology. It includes all these the streams of biotechnology. Okay, what is the use of biotechnology? Benefits. Same thing is only repeated again. What is the use of biotechnology? It has become possible to increase the per hectare yield irrespective of the limitation of crop land or land area. So it is, even you can increase the yield. This we know with the help of the hybrid seeds or tissue culture. What is the use of all this? We learned last year itself. We can increase the per hectare yield. Okay, irrespective, even there is limitation of the land. If there is less amount of land, also in small place of land, you can increase the yield with the help of this biotechnology methods. Expenses on disease control have minimized since the development of resistant varieties. This also we know. Okay, so disease also it can affect the seeds and plants. That was also minimized with the help of resistant varieties of seeds are produced. Due to development of fast fruit selling varieties, yield per annum has been increased. So you can grow even the fruits very quickly. Okay, with the help of the biotechnology methods. That means an yield per annum has been, that means they improve the per annum yield is also increased, so they are getting a lot of money with the help of that. Development of stress resistant varieties which can withstand variable temperature, water stress, changing fertility of soil has been possible. See, when there is any natural calamities or any high temperature, low temperature, the crops get destroyed. So, stress resistant varieties of crops can be produced, which can withstand what? Variable temperature, even low as well as high temperature. And water stress, sometimes there might be a lot of water like the floods or cyclone. Sometimes there will not be scarcity of water also. So changing fertility of soil. Sometimes the soil might be fertile, sometimes the fertility might be lost, but still it can survive. Okay. Then what is a commercial use? This is important. Even in the board exam, this question, commercial use. It is about the hybrid seeds. All these we can give more importance and learn about the BT cotton, BT rice. Okay, I'll explain that. That is important in the examination point of view also. Commercial applications of biotechnology. We'll see the commercial application, how it is useful for selling things, what you can get more yield. We'll see. For under crop biotechnology, biotechnology is used in agricultural field to improve yield and variety. This we saw. To improve the yield as well as the variety, we can use this biotechnology method. Under this first one we are going to learn is the hybrid seeds. Genes of two different crops are combined to form hybrids of various crops. So two different genes are taken and it is combined. So this is specially useful for fruits. They combine two different fruits to get a new variety of fruit. Okay, pear and apricot. Okay, so like this two fruits, the genes of these two fruits are taken and combined, and you will get a new fruit which is of new taste, good taste, better taste also, different taste especially. So this is hybrid seeds. That means genes of two crops are combined to form hybrids of various crops. Okay. Now this is very important even in your board exam. Genetically modified crops. Okay. Crops developed with desired characters by integrating foreign gene with their genome are called as genetically modified crops. So what is gene and what is genome? Okay. Genes are made up of DNA. We all know this. But so is even the genome is also the same. But what is the difference between gene and genome? A gene consists of enough DNA to code at least one protein. A code for one protein. Gene consists of DNA, enough DNA to code for one protein. A genome is simply the sum total of an organism's DNA. The sum total of an organism's DNA is called as the genome. Okay. So by integrating foreign gene, taking one part of the gene and with their genome, integrating foreign gene with their genome is called as genetically modified crops. So in the exam it can come, what are genetically modified crops? Give some 2-3 examples. You can write this. High yielding varieties with resistance to diseases, alkalinity, weeds, other stresses like cold, drought, all these can be produced with the help of genetically modified crops. You can see the example. See the color of the cauliflower. You can see white, green. This is all genetically modified. Okay. Now you can see papaya. Even the corn is also there. Seeds are also there. Okay. All these are genetically modified. So now the next one we'll see under genetically modified. We'll see about BT cotton. What is BT cotton? The gene that had been isolated from the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis and integrated with the gene of cotton. So from the microorganism Bacillus thuringiensis, okay, thuringiensis, we take one gene and it is integrated with the gene of cotton. Due to this, toxins which is fatal for bollworm. This bollworm usually feeds on this cotton plant, which is fatal for bollworm, are produced in leaves and balls of cotton. So these bollworms are formed. If bollworms feeds on the leaves, the toxin destroys its alimentary canal. This bollworm, when it feeds on the leaves, that has got what? When it is mixed, there is a toxin, okay, which is fatal for this bollworm. So it will destroy the alimentary canal and the bollworm will die. Okay. So this is the BT cotton. That means the gene which has been isolated from the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis is integrated with the gene of cotton. Okay. So two genes are mixed. One is the bacteria, another one is the gene of the cotton. They are mixed, and there will be a toxin formed which is very harmful for the bollworm, which feeds on the leaves of the cotton leaf. So it will die immediately and it will not destroy the cotton. See, this is the BT cotton. Now BT brinjal. What is BT brinjal? Same way, this is also a BT brinjal variety is developed by using the gene, same way, Bacillus thuringiensis, same gene is introduced in the gene of the brinjal. This improved variety of brinjal kills the pest in same way it is BT cotton does. So BT brinjal and BT cotton is the same microorganism used, Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay. See, this is the BT brinjal. Next, golden rice. Okay. A gene synthesizing the vitamin A, beta carotene vitamin, has been introduced in this variety of rice. This is a good quality rice. It has got a gene synthesizing the vitamin A. Vitamin A is synthesized which has been introduced in this rice. As compared to the normal variety, this variety has been developed in 2005, contains 23 times more amount of beta carotene. What does it contain? It is good quality. It contains 23 times more amount of beta carotene. So that is highly beneficial because it is normal variety, has got less amount of beta carotene, which is essential for a body. This golden rice has got 23 times more amount of beta carotene. Okay. Now, this is the golden rice. Okay. Now, we'll see the last part. One more we'll see and we will stop with this. Okay. Weeds always affect the growth of main crop, isn't it? Weeds means unwanted plants. With the main crop, suppose you are planting cauliflower or carrot. In between that, there are the weeds, that is plants of no use. This is the jungle ones. Okay. It is not any of use for us. They are called as weeds, like the grass or small plants which grows in between our main crop, that are called as the weeds. If herbicides are used to destroy the weeds, it affects the main plant. So the growth of the main plant is disturbed if the weeds are more. So if you want to kill these weeds or destroy these weeds, we have to put the herbicides, isn't it? So when we add herbicide to that, even the main crop is also destroyed. Okay. So due to this, herbicide tolerant plants, varieties of crops have been developed. Due to this, it has been possible to selectively destroy the weeds. Okay, so because of this we can destroy there is a herbicide tolerant plant. So when we use those plants, even if you add this weedicide or herbicides, this one will not, the main crop will not destroy, only the weeds will destroy. Okay, now coming to biofertilizers. Due to use of biofertilizers, instead of using chemical fertilizers, nitrogen fixation and phosphate solubilization abilities of the plants are improved. So instead of using chemical fertilizers, we can use biofertilizers. Okay, what happens when you use biofertilizers? Then nitrogen fixation and phosphate solubilization abilities of the plants are improved due to this. Mainly the bacteria like Rhizobium, Acetobacter, we learnt in this previous lesson itself. Nostoc, Anabina, plants like Azolla are also used as biofertilizer. So you learn the example. This is there for your practical also. Rhizobium, Acetobacter, Nostoc, Anabina, Azolla. All these are used as biofertilizers. This if you can learn, it can come for your fill in the blanks or any match the following objectives, it can come. Okay, this is the example. This is a picture of biofertilizer Azolla. Okay, so we will stop till here, children. We learned the uses of biotechnology and where it is used and how it is used. Commercial use also we saw. BT cotton, BT rice, crop, hybrid crop, seeds, all these we saw. So only this much if you learn, it is enough. You need not get any extra information from other books. What was there in your textbook, that is more than enough. Okay, children, we will continue in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye, children.